Rachael Otuoma. Peter Kioi threatened your life. He asked that we said very clearly that anaweza akakuchoma uungue akakumaliza.
Kuna mwanamke wa mfu, bibi ya mfu, hata mfu hajaoza, haja katika shingo ikaachana na kichwa, ameanza kuniletea kinembe yake hapa TikTok. Kumanyoko, wacha nikwambie ukweli, mimi si wale wanaume ulikuwa usia kuma hapa utawala. Anaitwa Rachael. Nimekwambia ukweli, the moment ulikuwa unabendova kwa gari za watu, kitombo kwa gari za watu mpaka hiyo ya mlemavu.
Nimekuambia hapa, on the day when you decide that you want to pursue justice because of what Peter Kioi and other people have done here for you, I will be your #1 support. I will walk with you that journey. I will make sure I look for lawyers for you. I will support you from the beginning to the end, because what happened to you is unacceptable. We should condemn it. We should not be okay with it. Nobody should be okay with a woman being threatened with being unalived on this platform. The reason why people are against Rachael is because a lot of women here wish they could look like her. A lot of women here wish they could dress like her.
Whether I've come late, whether I've come immediately, whether I've come slowly or speed or high. This is Nyakabondo, Nyar Doris Otieno, Oliet. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. The way where you are glued here is the same thing. I'm glued here. I'm not going anywhere.
Umesikia? And I am encouraging any victim that Kioi has abused to come out. We are going to fully support you with lawyers. We are going to support you with protection. We are going to support you with everything that you need to pursue him in court. This is an effort that is being done jointly by a group of women that support victims and a group of women that understand that violence against women and intimate partner violence is wrong, it is harmful, and it is not right. And I am encouraging Rachael Otuoma, when you are ready, please pursue Peter Kioi fully. We will fund everything as it is required. There are organizations that will support you and will protect you fully. We are not going to be okay with GBV. We are not going to be okay with the victimization and the oppression of women. That is not going to happen as long as I am still in this platform. It will not. I will protect any woman that is being abused, any woman that is being put down, any woman that is being targeted. I will do that with everything that I have, and I will gather all the resources that I have to make sure that women are protected as they should. Victim support is essential. Perpetrators must be held accountable. We must end rape culture in Kenya. It's so important that we do so. So hizo kelele zingine ziko huko nje, tafadhali hizo hazinijalishi. Ile kitu inanijalisha sasa ni kwamba Peter Kioi alishikwa, akachukuliwa fingerprints. Simlisema hajachukuliwa fingerprints. Hello? Wapi Truth Watchdog? Chekesha. Simlisema hajachukuliwa fingerprints. Chekesha. Mukasema hakuna OB. Chekesha. Mukasema sijui anakuwa abducted. Chekesha. Mukasema ati anakuwa moved, anaenda sijui. Chekesha. My friend, chezeni games za chini. Umesikia? Mimi bado mko kwa ligi ya below. Muko kwa ligi ya -1. Tuko hapa juu. My friend, don't play games with people who understand the system. The legal system is not oppressing anyone. The legal system has arrested a perpetrator of violence. And that perpetrator went through the right process of being arrested, being charged, and the fingerprints were taken, and now they are going to court. That is the process. Mwakuja hapa kutufurishia makende. Ati niko na maloya. Uko na maloya. Chekesha. Na ulishindwa kuraise kwanza bail yako iliwekwa 100. Mka negotiate. Chekesha. Ulipewa cash bail ya 100,000 ukaanza kuomba ukabeg huko kwa Kasarani police station ukianza kunegotiate. Ukaonewa huruma. Ukaonewa huruma irudi chini. Ikarudishwa mpaka 60 bado uko hapo haki hiyo pesa hatuna. Koma ati sasa unakuja kutufurishia makende eti uko na maloya na kila kitu. Chekesha, mbona wakukulipia hiyo 40,000 like this? Mbona wakukulipia? Utoke mara moja. My friend, you are poor. Usipokuja hapa udanganye watu ati mtu wa mgonjwa ama mtoto amekufa, udanganye watu eti mamako ni mgonjwa, utakula wewe? Utakula. And I've told you, mark my words, the next person that will come here to talk about Peter Kioi kumpiga ni huyo Kate. Nimewaambia mark this date, before April Kate atakuja hapa kusema Peter Kioi anampiganga. Mwekeni hiyo date, nimewaambia hapa. You will see it because me I know how the cycle of violence works. Nimekwambia anakuja hapa before April hapa. Atakuja hapa. And you know the funny thing is that me as Diana Ross, there is no need for me to condemn her because I understand. There are women who get attracted to men that are violent. Unasikia? Kwa sababu they've grown up in that kind of setup and they think that wanaume kuwapiga ni sawa. Wanaume kupiga wanawake ni sawa. Ni sawa. That is what happens. Atatoka tu kwa hiyo shimo. And it's sad that some people think it's okay. Ati sasa mnaonea Peter Kioi huruma na yeye ndiye amepiga mtu. Ati mnamonea huruma na yeye ndiye threaten maisha ya Rachael hapa. Ati mnamonea huruma. Hamna akili. Wajinga nyinyi. Unasikia? That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to support women. Kwanza wanawake wenye wana support Peter Kioi kwa hii platform, nyinyi ni wajinga. And I want to mention something again very clearly. Juu nasikia watu wakilia ati nilienda kupigia company, it is wrong. There is nothing wrong with me going for Peter Kioi's endorsers. I will call them any day. That is what happens. That is how activism works. Activism means you go to the job of a perpetrator. Bwanako akikupiga kwa nyumba unamshtaki kwa boss yake kazini. It works because perpetrators are afraid of losing their money. It usually works. It's a psychological war. You take away that money that gives them the power to continue oppressing you. It works. So when someone anakufanyia mabaya, anakupiga, report them to their bosses at work, report them to their jobs, report them to the companies that are using them for branding. That is how it works. That is activism. Because that is what is going to put them to order. Itafanya wachizike, wafikirie, oh my God, what's going on? That's what you do because perpetrators don't want the places where they are working to know their character na tabia zao. Where perpetrators are very good in public but at home they are violent. Perpetrators are very nice to people in public and they even smile with their wives in public. But when they're in private they beat them. So one thing that you need to do to a perpetrator is if you know their job and you know the work they are doing, you know their boss, report them there. That's the number one place to go. Make sure hata kama uko na mapicha, nimewambia jaribuni hivyo muone. Bwana yako akikupiga kwa nyumba, hata boyfriend akikupiga, chukua mapicha, tuma kwa boss wake, utaona the reaction. I'm telling you. It puts them in a place where they are disempowered. And that is why I reported Peter Kioi to the people that were endorsing him. And I will not stop. And by the way, amekuja kuwadanganya ati alilipo 500,000. Chekesha. Peter Kioi kama alilipo 500,000 alichangiwa kwa nini bail? Chekesha. That contract was cancelled, kaputi. And I'm very proud that I did it. I have no regrets and I will do it again and again and again. Like now, natafuta pali Captain Samira anafanya. Nikisha malizana na kufile report, nitatuma hiyo report pali Samira anafanya. So that they understand who Captain Samir is. That is how I operate. Siogopi, nita report again and again and again. Because you know what? A violent man deserves to be attacked from all fronts and all corners. Very important. And that's what we are going to do. And I'll do it fearlessly, shamelessly, with no apologies. Mwenye anataka kulia alie. Sawa? Na mkuja hapa tumnaniambia ati huyu ndio the most, ati watu wanakuchukia kwani? Hapa TikTok wangapi mkinichukia inanifanyia nini? What will it do? Like kuchukia Diana Ross itanifanyia nini? I'm just asking seriously because most of you wenye wananichukia niko sure hata hamwezi kuelewa anything. You live below the dollar. What will you give to me? Honestly, come on guys. Ati unaenda hapo unaandika comment mpaka mkundu yako inapasuka msamba kwa FYP. Diana doesn't care. She does it. And I never will. You're wasting your time. Unasikia? Na nimesema hapa. Kwa mtu kama wait first guys. Wait, let me use my passcode. Kwani pesa idea ikuji tena? Oh, okay. Nikuwa naona kitu ingine. Sawa. Mimi sijali. Hata mutembee na comments mpaka mbebe kwa kichwa. Huwa siogopi. I don't care. Unasikia? Now, Hannah Benta, let me tell you something. Mimi, don't ever expect nitafungua live kukuchamba Hannah Benta. I'll not do that. To be honest, Hannah Benta, I feel sorry for you. So wewe ukiendelea kutusi ni tusi tu. But mimi am way above you. You are a person that is still struggling with where to take your vagina. You're still struggling with understanding the value of your vagina. I really cannot. Siwezi kukuchamba. Acha nishikanishe hii. Ngojeni. You are a person that is still struggling with even understanding your value and the value of your vagina. You are taking your vagina in the sewages and the lowest places on this earth. Places where it is being disrespected 24/7. So I am extending grace to you so that you at least wake up in the morning, look at your vagina, start respecting it, and start taking your vagina in places where it is valued and it is respected.
Siwachane tu na mimi. You just let me be. Umenitukana, umeniita malaya. You have called me names. Mimi nimewahi kutukana captain. Nimewahi kutukana. Why are you doing this to me? Mbona unandanganya vitu hata sijaifanya? Why are you doing this to me? I swear God will not forgive you. I swear. I swear. I pray to God. That is so wrong. Unanitukana hadi malaya mimi. Unanitukana. Why are you hurting me? Haven't you done enough?
Listen. I know you very well. Don't play this with me.
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Haven't you done enough? Haven't you done enough? Haven't you done enough? Mimi nimewahi kuongea. Si niko na platform naweza kuongea. Mbona sijai kuongea?
Listen.
So kuna mimi si went live.
Listen.
Mimi si went to live. So just let me be.
Live until your friend came up here to tell you.
Live wachane na maisha yangu. So just move on. End live na wachane na mimi, imagine.
Okay, baby.
Wachane na mimi please.
Nimeachana na wewe. Anyway, whatever I was saying is what I was saying. So let me tell you guys this. I'm going to stop talking about this woman because, again, she's trying to behave like she's a victim. Again, let me tell you this. This is what she's acting. She's acting as a victim on a problem that she created. If she did not create this problem, we should not be even discussing this, because me, I was genuinely invested in her, but she used me. So I'm reacting to her behavior, manipulative behavior of using me by speaking the truth, and she's trying to cover the other one up. She doesn't want people to know the truth. Of course, kwa sababu nini? There's a lot in stake.
The day you start respecting your vagina, I might have a conversation with you. But right now, I'm extending grace to you and your vagina so that you can start respecting it. I hope that you can take care of yourself and value yourself so that you start associating with men and not scoundrels on TikTok. Respect yourself. Put yourself in a place of respect. And another thing maybe that I might talk about is that, oh, please, take care of your dressing. It's very important. I do understand that there's a desperation that comes with the need to be married, the need to be called a wife. But I'm sorry, that institution comes with responsibility. And it takes a lot of wit and brain to understand a man that values you. You are not in that place yet. So I can't compete with you. And I'm telling you again, if you wake up in the morning, take a mirror, spread your legs, look at your vagina, show it some love, use your hands and your fingers, then you'll start attracting men that respect it. I have no reason to disrespect you if you are already disrespecting yourself. You have no respect for your vagina. All I can extend to you is grace, so that it moves from your head and it flows down to your vagina, so that you see the value in it. And another thing, I'm not your class, never will be. I'm not your age mate, never will be. The places that you go, I would never go to. The clothes that you wear, I would never even put them on for my dog. I need you to respect yourself. Think about your life. I'm not your equal. Ukanibas ni yako hivyo. Sawa. Haya. Ninaona unanitumia message ana Benta. I think you should respect yourself na utoke kwa inbox yangu. Naona ana Benta ananitumia message, mnaona? Sitafungua messages zako ana Benta. What I'm going to do with your messages, ana Benta, this is what I do with your messages. Si nilikwambia? You come to the mountain. I am the mountain, you are Muhammad. And that's my power. And I told you, because you don't understand my power. You will always come to me because I am the one that has the power and I have the voice. I stood by you when it was necessary for me to stand by you. And let me tell you something, I will still stand by you when it is necessary for me to stand by you. And I will still call you out when you bring out your stupidity. You have the audacity to discuss me in Kikuyu and insult me in Kikuyu when you're sitting with Githaiga, a woman that I defended when I didn't even know you. And I defended you, protected you from an abusive man. And you had the audacity to come for me. You should be ashamed of yourself. I do not want to violate you more. I've told you to respect yourself. Meskia? And take care of yourself. Meskia? Maybe you may need to check with your ancestors why you attract that. Sometimes your ancestors have something to do with why you are attracted to takataka. And work on yourself. When mtoto nyuma yangu, sifai kwenda back and forth na wewe. Na sijui ulilelewa wapi. I don't know who gave back to you, how you were raised, because if you were raised properly, you'd understand that I'm not a woman you're supposed to be insulting. If you ever grew up in a home where parents raised you properly. But I know you didn't because, of course, I can see that from your actions and how you exist on this platform. I know that you lack that proper raising and background. And I'm telling you again, I am not your equal. And I do not intend to address you again. This is the first time I'm addressing you on my live because I believe it's important that I do. Find your equals, find other cheap scoundrels like you, and align with them. I am not one of them. I am not one of them. Umesikia? I am not, and I never will be. Respect yourself and stay the fuck away from my inbox. Don't send me any messages. Taka. Now, let us go to the next person that I need to talk to and the person I need to talk about because it's important that I did. Haya, tunaenda kwa mtu mwingine. Because important niongee. Okay. Now, I do not usually like to give a lot of attention to Jaclyn Ombewa. I usually try not to, because I'm a person who understands Jaclyn Ombewa's journey in her life, and I understand her trauma. So because I understand Jaclyn's trauma, I try to be at least kind to her, and I know that she's a person that is struggling with a lot of things that happened in her past. And I don't know if you guys, I told you, no, please just don't invite anybody from in the live yet. Anybody, please, mtu kwa guests, don't invite anybody. It's gonna interrupt me. I wanted to tell you, Jaclyn Ombewa, that I try to extend grace to you because you are a person that is struggling with a lot, okay? You're struggling with so much. Ngojeni kwanza ni now. So I was saying, ngojeni koma. Huyu asikia ameweka earpods. Kimberly. Sorry. I went to talk to my daughter and I wanted to say something here so that we understand. Jaclyn Ombewa, I want to call you as Jaclyn Ombewa. Sitaki kukutaja majina ya matusi. I do understand that you are in a place where you are really looking for money. You are looking for funding to sustain yourself. But let it not push you into desperate places. Unasikia? I had said I'm not going to address you because wewe na kungoja Kenya. That is when you'll feel my power. Unasikia? The day you set foot in Kenya, Jaclyn Ombewa, you will understand who Diana Ross is. So I wanted to let you know very shortly that I extend grace to you most of the time because I understand your trauma. It is in my house that you came when your husband chased you away na masufuria. Ni kwangu ndio uliingia na mtoto. Unaelewa? Na naelewa ya kwamba ulijenga nyumba ikaisha, mume wako akaoleka na mwanamke akaingizwa kwa nyumba ambayo ulikuwa umejenga. Kimila yetu wewe ndio ulikuwa unafaa kuingia kwa nyumba. Naelewa hayo machungu and I understand the trauma that you have because it's deep. And what happened to Jaclyn, guys, is so bad. In fact, we should be protectors of Jaclyn because vile alivyofukuzwa, yani alichapiwa masufuria ni kama ni shetani akafukuzwa. And the worst thing that ever happened to any woman in Luo Nyanza is that Jaclyn, apart from that, when she had already been taken away and stripped of her husband and the home that she had built with her money, the people in the village decided that kwa sababu ile kitu alifanyiwa ni kama laana on the land, waliamua kumtafutia kijana wa boma ambaye ni mwenda wazimu amuoe. Bwana ya Jaclyn, ukienda Kibuye market kila siku on Sunday, utampata Kibuye, makende yake inakuanga nje kila saa. It's painful. Jaclyn has gone through a lot of trauma, guys. And that is why I try to extend grace to her all the time. The husband is always in the marketplace. Makende inakuanga nje all the time. So mimi huwa sichambangi Jaclyn because naelewa trauma yake, and all her life Jaclyn was raised to be a wife, a woman that was in a home with her husband. And a lot of things that caused for her to be sent away, one is because of the way she was born. Unajua alizaliwa na maumbile ya mwanaume hermaphrodite, ako na mboro ndogo mbele yake. Na najua tuliongea hii kisiri, lakini kwa sababu ni mzuri niwaelezee, na nimekuwa nikieleza hii kitu, mimi wasidanganyi, ako na mboro, na I hope ile kitu anaweza kujifanyia ye mwenyewe, ajaribu, atafute pesa kidogo, aende akafanye hiyo correction, hiyo mboro itolewe. It will help you, Jaclyn. I understand that it's a difficult thing for you. It will help you so that you start having an identity, identifying as a woman, or whatever you want it extended. Uitengeneze mboro ikue kubwa ama ukifutoe mboro ubaki na kuma, choice ni yako. But naweza nikakuambia uko more of manly, uko na yani maumbile ya mwanaume, ndio maana sauti yako iko vile iko, ndio maana usura yako inakaa vile iko. Uko na sura ya punda nyeusi ambayo imenyolewa. So yani uko hivyo na naelewa. So I think unafaa kuanza kuona madaktari, alafu madaktari wakuongeleshe, wakueleze ya kwamba ni wapi unaninginia sana, kama ni kwa wanaume ama ni kwa wanawake, alafu uanze matibabu, alafu kisha ufanyiwe surgery. You keep talking about my surgeries, but you do need the surgeries way more, kwa sababu ya maumbile yako, kwa sababu si makosa yako ulizaliwa ulivyo, na hayo yote yanakuja na madhara mengi kwa mwanamke kama wewe. Ndio maana mimi kila wakati I extend grace to you, because I understand your trauma. It is a difficult place to be. Hata huyu mtoto wake wa mwisho, huyu Jaclyn ajui baba ya mtoto wake wa mwisho. Aliniambia vizuri, alikuwa na transit akapitia France, na kuna Mnigeria alilala na yeye kwa taxi na akashika mimba. So this is a woman that has gone through layers and layers and layers and layers of trauma. And that trauma, she tries to hide in having a big voice. She tries to hide in being powerful. And I heard her one time saying that I want to be like her. Jaclyn, I don't want to be like you. You're a thief. You are a thief that is struggling with finding yourself and your sexual identity. I don't want to be like you. You are a person that wants to be married so badly. You are desperate to be loved. Ndio maana unaenda na mwizi kama Imachichi, unaenda kulambwa kuma na mtu kama Ukari, matakataka za TikTok. You pick the gravel, the bottom of the barrel, chokoras wa TikTok, ndio unachagua. Wewe ni mtu mwenye unanyonga na moderator wako Chocolate City. Seriously, why would I want to be like you? Wewe ni mwanamke mwenye unaleta suruali zako kwa platform. Wewe ni mwanamke unalala na jambazi ambaye anapiga watu ngeta Imachichi. Seriously, why would I want to be like you? Why would I want to be like you? Why would I admire you? What have you achieved that is admirable? The only achievement you've ever had in your life is being desperate to be loved and stealing here. That's it. I don't want to be like you. I don't want that kind of life. You're sad. You're a manipulator that tries to take advantage of people who you exploit. Seriously, why would I want to be like you? No, I do not want to be like you. You are a sad woman. What is your history? What do? You've lived in the UK for over 25 years, 30 years. You are 56 years old and you have never found love. You've never been loved by anybody. Why would I want to be like you? I wouldn't want to be like you. You're sad. What I can extend to you again is grace and love. And I know why you're trying to pretend that you are not tribal. It's because you are looking for cheap coins and love from people all over the place. You are trying to be neutral so that you can receive the love from people on this platform. I do not need the endorsement of people on TikTok. Jaclyn Ombewa, I am not a person that thrives on views. I'm not a person that sleeps and thinks about being on a court session for 10 hours like you. That's not who I am. I have an identity outside of TikTok. Without TikTok, Jaclyn Ombewa, you are nobody. TikTok built you, made you have a name. TikTok put money at least in your hands. You grew up in poverty, Jaclyn. Your history is poverty. Jaclyn, you were born kwa nyumba zizi ya mbuzi. You did not have an ID until you were 23 years old. ID yako ilitengenezwa kwa sababu ulizaliwa kwa umaskini. Na nitakujibu kwa sababu unaongelelea wazazi wangu. Jaclyn, wazazi wangu were very wealthy. My dad went to Oxford. My mom was a teacher and she was also the chairperson of maendeleo ya wanawake Nyanza. That is our home. I come from a place of wealth, Jaclyn Ombewa. We never struggled with anything. I went to the Kenya High School. I went to Aga Khan. That is where we went. We lived in Hurlingham. If you don't know, I heard you mentioning my aunt, Mary. Mary Ojode is my aunt. That is the wife of my uncle, Oruo Ojode, who was a whole minister in Kenya. I need you to understand my history and yours is completely different, Jaclyn. I did not grow up in poverty. And I do remember that you talked about it, that the first time you put on shoes was when you went to high school. The first time you got to experience shoes is when you went to high school. So I'm completely different from you. We live in different worlds. Your own father had to sell skaringuru na wheelbarrow for a long time. And he ended up dying a poor man. Your mother alikuwa anapika strungi Siriba College. Strungi na chapati na mandazi. And it's okay. People work for their families no matter how meager. But my level and yours, no. We are not in the same level. No way. And will never be. So I need you to understand that you are not in a place where you can address me and say that I want to be like you. No, I don't want to be like a person who grew up in poverty, a person who has an identity of poverty reeking around her. I do not want to be like you. I'm sorry. And I never want to be like you. I do not admire you at all. I can never admire a person. And I want to tell you guys that the reason why Jaclyn is always obsessed with autism and bipolar 1 is because her husband has bipolar. The husband mwenye anatoanga makende huko nyumbani akona bipolar. And she's talked about it to me. She said it. Na tena, she's obsessed with mental illness because she struggled with it. You understand? So all of the things that she says are a projection of what she exactly goes through. Jaclyn, you live in a delusional world where you sit in your home and you imagine that you are a rich woman that has a Jaguar, and you go and create a fake Jaguar key and walk along the streets of London with it. Who wants to be that sad? Nobody wants to be sad like you. I don't want to identify with you. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be who you are. The poverty that you went through affected you so badly. I do not want to be like you. So I do wish you well. But I did say that I'm going to be waiting for you when you land in Kenya. That is when you'll understand my wrath. I did it before and I'll do it again. I took you to court and I made you cry. And I can do it again, Jaclyn Obewa. And I can do it this time mercilessly and ruthlessly. I will be waiting for you in Kenya when you touch down. That is when you'll understand who Diana Ross is. I'm no longer going to be playing with people on this platform again. Okay? Again, I wish you well, Jaclyn, in your course for exploiting women and everybody. I hope that you succeed, and I hope that you find happiness in taking cheap coins from people, from 10,000 to 5,000. And I know that the next person you're going to be fucking is Felix, and it's okay. That is where your class is. It happened when you went to fuck that cheap Ohangla man that you are chatting with on Facebook. Najua unangoja kwenda kutomba felo nyumbani, na ni sawa. It's okay. That's how it's all. Sawa. Cynthia K, sitavaa dentures, nitachukua mboro ya babako ndio nitapandisha kwa meno yangu. Sawa Cynthia? Nitachuna makende ya babako niingize kwa bleach ndio niweke kwa mdomo. Sawa? Tumeelewana? Haya. Now my last address goes to all TikTokers who are supposedly haters of Diana Ross. Wacha niwaekee hapa wimbo kidogo ndio nifunge live. Of course you guys know that I'm a big Rumba person. And this is just a small dedication to you all because it's important that I tell you, okay?